Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another day of the Disney series collab with Micki. Today, if you can't guess by my poor attempt at doing my hair, once again, we are doing Beauty and the Beast, and it is my week to do the heroine, so I am going to be doing Belle, which is my hair. Also, this is the perfect opportunity for me to show you guys how straight my hair is. I curled my hair 20 minutes ago, and it has already fallen and now looks atrocious. So, there's that. Micki for this tutorial had a lot of different choices she could have done. She could have gone with the Beast. She could have done Gaston. There's a million different companion characters. So I know that she chose to do Chip, which is awesome. He was always one of my favorites, and hers as well. She filmed her look yesterday, so I've already seen it. It's phenomenal, so go check that out on her channel. I will link it down below, and I will also link it up here. But like I said, I am going to be doing Belle. And I had a couple choices for this. I could have either taken my inspiration from like her everyday outfit where she wears the blue and the white, or obviously I could have done the yellow princess kind of look. So that's what we're going to go with. Today's look is going to be mostly, and I will say mostly with the exception of a lip, is going to be all different shades of gold and yellow and brown. Just because that's what I kind of wanted to stick with as a theme. I tried... So in dressing for this, I don't have any gold or any yellow, with the exception of like an Under Armour sports shirt, which is more like neon yellow than golden yellow. And I thought, so okay, I'll show you guys the shirt. I thought that I had a shirt that at least had like gold roses on it. I was wrong. These aren't roses. They're gold flowers. But yeah, so ultimately I just ended up in like a neutral colored shirt that has like a little bit of a shine on the back. So yeah, so my shirt has nothing to do with this look because I don't have anything. So the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to get straight into this look, is we're going to prime our lids. I've got another Dose of Colors Eyedeal Duo. This one is in the shade Lemon Drop. And it's this like really, really pretty... Oh, that's where I was like, where's that shadow coming from? Like light golden color. So we're going to use that to prime our lids. Just a really pretty color. We might come back and use some of the pigment later. It is a really, really pretty color. I'll just show you guys. That is what the pigment looks like. It's a really like light gold, so we might get back into some of that later on. I am going to be using some pigments. I've got a ton of gold pigment sitting in front of me, but we're gonna start with more of just shadows and then go from there. So I've also got a couple brown shadows that I'm thinking of using. This one's in Raw Cocoa and this one is in Mystery. I have MAC Gorgeous Gold. Oh, I guess I can open this and show you. And then I also have a ColourPop shadow. This is in Jinxie. It's another gold one. And I have my NYX Ultimate Brights palette. Oh, that has apparently broken a little bit more. The green, that's okay. I'll just check that before I step on it or something crazy happens. And we've got these two yellows down here, which is what I was going to show you in this palette. So I think to start, we're going to mostly do like a variation of yellow and gold up on the eye, and then use some of that brown in the outer corner and smoked underneath, just to tie it all together. I've also got a couple of brown liners. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be using a pot liner or this is one of those MAC ones that has like the felt tip. I've used this before though, and it is so juicy that like it went everywhere. So we'll kind of see which way I go. I find I do sometimes have more control with these. So let's start. I have all my brushes in front of me. I have my Sephora color switch in front of me. I think we're going to do a base of this gorgeous gold because it is the lightest of all the golds that I have. So I'm just going to put that all over the lid. This is like my favorite gold from MAC. I love to use this to do looks for St. Patrick's Day as well, which I am going to film this year. I had said I was going to film one last year and then I didn't do it because I kind of forgot, but I think that I'm going to try and make a habit of filming a look for every holiday as like a new series kind of start in January. And I am going to be filming a couple looks for like Christmas parties and for like a New Year's kind of a look over the course of my Vlogmas, but this video will not be part of my Vlogmas. It is going up as a bonus video because we started this long before my Vlogmas, so I don't want this to kind of like swoop into that. So that's the base that we've got going. So now I'm going to take some of this like orangey kind of a yellow color, and I'm going to take, my brushes are dirty. I should have cleaned them before I did this. Oh wow, it's too late now. That's pretty good. I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it in the crease. Now, when I first like conceptualized this series, it was a long time ago. It was like in the summer, I think. It might have been before Micki and I even started talking that I started putting this series in my head into the works. And this, like, I had practiced a couple princess looks, so I practiced 2. And by that, I mean I did one eye for one princess and one eye for another princess just to get an idea of what I could do for this series. And Belle was the first princess that I ever tried to do, because I've said it before, but when I was a kid, Sleeping Beauty was my favorite princess because her dress changed color, and that was just the most amazing thing I had ever seen in my life. Throwing things on the ground. And then as I got older, I kind of realized Belle was more kind of who I related to because she's into books and she's kind of her own person and whatever. So I'm going to take some of that ColourPop shadow and I'm going to press that over top of all of that on the lid. This is going to be a really, really easy look today. I don't want to go too crazy and too overboard because Belle herself, of all of the Disney princesses, I feel is like the most subtle one, the most one that's like not ashamed of where she comes from and it being simple and being happy being simple and all of that. So that's why we're going to go very, very simple today. I am going to take a bit of this, is this the one I want? Yeah. This gold color. This is in the shade English Gilt. It came out in the, what collection? The Christmas collection last year? Yeah, last year. I wish I had tweezers, so I'm going to use scissors to pick the lid out of it because it doesn't want to come out. Okay. Guys, wish me luck with this because you know how bad I have a time of pigment. So I'm going to take that color and I'm going to put it in the outer part of my corner, or in my crease, excuse me. And I will go back in with that ColourPop Gold in a little bit, just to deepen up some before we put that brown right in the outer corner, so that it kind of like transitions from that bright yellow into a nice warm brown color. And we're using brown, so yellow obviously represents her dress, and then the brown is to represent both her eyes and her hair. I am obviously blonde, so I can only kind of pull this look off. I even put a yellow ribbon in my hair, you guys. So annoyed that my hair wouldn't hold the curl because I was really liking it when it did. It looked cute. Just like that so far. Now I'm going to put the lid back on before I dump the entire thing of pigment all over my desk, because we all know that that'll probably happen. I'm going to go back over that a little bit with that ColourPop shadow because I do want my eyelids to be a very, very like gold. If that makes any sense to anybody. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this brown. We're going to use the brown raw cocoa because there's a little bit of glitter in it. And again, with a like crease tapered brush, I'm going to pop that in the outer corner. I think of all the Disney looks that I've done so far, this is probably the most wearable one for like everyday life because the colors are so mellow. And that, I feel like that really sums up Belle's character as a whole, is that she is just mellow and like lives her life every day and all of that stuff. I'm just going to take a brush and kind of blend out. I'm going to drag some of the lighter colors outwards rather than the dark colors inwards because I do want it to stay more gold than brown. I am going to go in a little bit with that darkest brown, just a little bit on the corner. Just like that. If you guys are looking for a really nice chocolate brown, I highly, like a dark chocolate brown, I highly recommend this color Mystery. It is one of my, like, I've had this shadow. It was one of the first MAC shadows I ever bought. I've replaced it several times because I used to actually use this as an eyeliner way back in the day. Obviously I've come a little bit since that, like I've come away since then, but yeah, that's what I used to use it for. So I think I am going to use some of the pigment in this, and we're also going to top it off with a bit of this gold glitter as well, just because she is a princess. She deserves a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of shine. I didn't bring Fix Plus. That was probably a mistake, but that's okay. So we're going to pick up some of that pigment. Oh yeah. This stuff's so pretty. So I think I'm going to focus this on the inner, and then we're going to put the other pigment on the outer corner. That got away from me a little bit, but that's okay. Oh, it's all over my face. That's okay. You can see sparkles everywhere, you guys. I've loved, and I've said this before too, I've loved doing this series so much just because it lets me go into my collection and pull out things that I don't use on a regular basis that I kind of forgot about. And I am going to start a declutter series very, very soon. And it's kind of helped me to kind of decide, like, okay, there's certain things that I thought I might want to get rid of and now I don't want to get rid of them, or vice versa, things I thought I wanted to keep and now I'm like, no, I don't have room for that in my collection. So we're just putting a bit of that chunkier glitter, like the gold glitter, on the outer corner because it'll just add a little bit of sparkle without taking away from the brown. I am so glittery right now. Like, all here. I love doing these looks, but I kind of wish, like, I feel like if I did this in my regular life, I would do my eyes first and then brush away all the fallout and then do my face, because I do know that, like, we do our face first. There's so much glitter, like, everywhere all over my face and in my eyelashes and stuff. It's crazy. The world is so sparkly through glitter eyelashes. So that is the majority of the look done. I am going to take a little bit, let's do the raw cocoa brown instead of that really dark brown. I think I'm going to do that to smoke out on my lower lash line just a little bit, just to add a bit more of that brown color. And let's take some of that gorgeous gold and go from the inside to the outside as well. Just like that. Okay, so now we are going to do liner. I am going to try and use this and hope I don't screw the whole thing up. I'll test it on my hand or see how juicy it's going to be. Okay, I can get a pretty thin line with this, like, and that's kind of all I want. I don't want to take away from all of the, like, blending and stuff that's going on. I just want a really thin line, and I don't want to do black because I think that's too much. So let's try and do this into, I'm going to put the mirror right in front of my camera down here so that hopefully you guys can still see what I'm doing. Just like that. The line did get a little thicker than I had intended on it, but it's still not so bad that it's pulling away from any of the detail work we've done with the shadow so far. Just like that. I'm going to let that, oh, I thought I dropped the whole thing. We're good. I'm going to let that dry a bit, and while I let that dry, we're going to move on and do some blush and some highlight. Then we're going to come back, and I'm going to try and put on fake lashes. Now, these are a more subtle fake lash than I used last time. These are number 33s. These are like my natural-looking fake lashes. So I think, again, for Belle, with how subtle she is, those are the ones I want to go with. And then, oh, it's down there. That's fine. I'll get it later. We're going to come back and do the lip and finish off the look. So, first things first, for a blush color today, I decided to use my Too Faced Sweet Peach Peach My Cheeks blush. It is like a vivid pink, but it goes on really, really subtly and smooth because it's a cream to powder blush. So I was going to do it with my fingers, but I am going to use a blush brush. So just pop it there and drag it up just to give a nice kiss of color. I love this formula, by the way. They do have, I think, 5 or 6 colors. So if you guys are interested in it, definitely go check it out at Sephora. It is awesome. Next, for highlight, of course, I'm going to stick with that gold theme. So the first thing I have is I have a cream color base in yellow topaz, and this came out in the Vibe Tribe collection. Now, alternately to using this, if you're looking for a, like, I was going to say a wet highlight, but like a liquid highlight that's more of a gold tone, you could easily use Benefit's High Beam, because that was my original plan. But this is just more of that subtle gold that I was looking for. So I'm going to put that up my cheekbones. See, it just gives a really subtle glow. It's nothing too crazy. That's a lot, but that's just because I had a ton of product on. I'll blend it out. There we go. There we go. And then now for a like powder highlight, just sort of set it. I'm going to go into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. This is the Sundipped Glow Kit. And we're going to use that top one in the shade Summer. Because that is just the perfect, that's like the perfect gold that I was going for. Like not quite so yellow, but also not so blingy that it's too much. Now where is my highlight brush? It's probably like literally staring me right in the face, and it is 100%. It's right here. So I'm using my smaller one just for a little bit more control. Sometimes I do use my Natasha Denona one, but today I'm going to just use a smaller one just so I have a little bit more control over the placement. Super glowy, because every princess should be super glowy, in my opinion. So now I'm going to put on fake lashes. I'm going to attempt to do this with you guys on camera, but if all of a sudden I cut away and then, wow, there's a lot of gold right there. Looks kind of funny. If all of a sudden I cut away and come back with the lashes on, it means that I failed at doing it for you guys on camera, but we will give it a little bit of a shot. I am using Duo Lash Glue Eyelash Adhesive. This is the white to clear one. I don't know if there's other ones, but this one's the one that I've always used. And you can pick this up. Like MAC sells it, even though it's not a MAC brand. MAC does sell this. NYX has it at their store. Sephora probably has it, but I've never really looked for it there, if I'm completely honest, just because I've always gotten it from MAC. And these eyelashes were cut for me a long time ago. I hope nobody hates me for this, I do reuse lashes. Now, that means that I will wear them the time that they put them on me, and then I will maybe use them once or twice again if they're not completely like ruined, or, you know, if I haven't had too crazy of a night in them, if I'm just wearing them for a little bit. As long as you can pull them off and then keep them pretty much in that same container, I will wear them a couple times. They say that you're probably good. I think one girl told me once, sorry, as I flick this, I'm just letting the glue dry down a little bit and get a little tacky. One of the girls at MAC told me that she had a friend that would buy a pair and wear it for a month, every day for a month before replacing them. I think that is a little too much, but hey, if you can keep them nice for that long, all the more power to you. So let's just put those on. Now I like to go, I think from out to in. I can never remember when I do this. No, I go from out. Yeah, out to in, not in to out, which is what I was about to do. Oh, success. Do you see what I mean about like, oh shoot, do you know what I forgot to do is put mascara on my normal lashes. That sucks, because that was actually the best placement I've ever done of lashes, just like in one go. Okay, so let's just really quickly use some Benefit Roller Lash. And then we'll go back in with, it was here, Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Got it. My desk is a disaster. I need to clean my room so badly. And a lot of the problem is because my makeup collection has gotten so completely out of control that I need to go through and declutter it all before I can keep going. And that's going to happen in stages, and I'll explain it more when I do a declutter video, but like I have a way that I do want it to get done. And we'll talk about that when I actually film that video, which I might do today because I don't have to work today, and I had plans for tonight that have since become canceled. It's snowing! So excited. Maybe that's the other reason I think I like Belle so much, is because she like plays in the snow at one point during the movie. Everyone loves a good snowball fight. Let's try this again. See, this is what I knew would happen. I would get it on the first time, screw it up like I always do. Oh, that's not that bad, actually. Let's put the other one on and see if I have just as much luck. It's like eyeliner. One eye always goes better than the other. So yeah, now I hope you guys can see what I mean by like it's a subtle false lash. Like if you're looking for a really subtle one, I highly recommend these because they add a little something without it being super obvious that you're wearing false lashes. If you guys can see what I mean, because this one has none and this one has one. Let's do this eye now. I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm doing, if I'm blocking it all, but because this was a quicker tutorial, I kind of committed myself to like doing all steps of it with you. Just like that. So I can tell that this one is, oh, it's very lifted. Where's that brush? I don't know that I'm going to be able to stick this back on and salvage it. These ones, it might be time for them to go away and get thrown out. That's okay. Ta-da! What do you guys think? I think they look pretty good. So the last thing that we have to do is do a lip color. Now, I thought long and hard about what color I wanted to do for this, and originally I was going to do red because I thought the rose was red. But every single picture that I pulled up online of Belle, with her holding a rose, the rose is pink. And I had kind of wanted to do a pink anyway because she's so subtle, and I'm pretty sure her lipstick in the film is pink. So for a pink today, we're going to use a more subtle pink. This is Nouvelle Vogue. Now, this color came out in a limited edition collection. They re-released it this year with their Christmas collection. I don't know if you can get it, but another really pretty color, I think, for this would be Max Cream Cup. If you have that, you could use that as an alternative to this. Just like that. So the last thing we're left to do is set our face, which I always forget to do. So this was the first thing I grabbed today. This is my Marc Jacobs, what is this called? Recover Perfecting Coconut Setting Spray. Setting Mist, excuse me. And it is misty. That's my favorite thing about this, is how light the spray is. And I'm going to call that look done for today. So that is Belle. This was probably my most favorite one. It's definitely my most wearable one. Like, I would go out of the house with this on. 100%. If I didn't need to, actually, you know what? I do need to film more videos today. And originally I was like, I'm not filming with this on my face because I thought I was going to be crazy, but I'm going to film like this. I'm going to take the bow out of my hair, but for the most part, I am going to film the rest of my day like this because I think it looks really pretty and I'm really happy with it. What do you guys think? So that's going to be it for today. Like I said, go check out Micki's channel to go and see hers. I will also link our other collabs down below so you guys can see them. I think this is, how many have we done now? Oh man, Sleeping Beauty, Pocahontas. I look down like I'm like thinking. Sleeping Beauty, Pocahontas, Alice in Wonderland. Has there only been 3? Has there only been 3 or have there been 4? Frozen. Is that it? Have we only done 4? I think so. I don't know. But that's where we're at right now. So this one, really good for me, I think. And I think the reason it went so well is because I had practiced this look a long time ago. So if you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Micki's channel. I know we would both really appreciate it, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.